Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Ricky here, your guide through the fascinating world of health and wellness, right from the heart of Arizona. Today, we're embarking on a deep dive into a topic that's been very popular over the past year, Ozempic. Whether you're here out of curiosity or for educational purposes, or considering it for yourself, you're in the right place. Let's unravel the mystery together. Ozempic, or semaglutide, is a medication that has become a household name over the past year, but not many really know its origins or how it works. Primarily, it's used to treat type 2 diabetes, but has become very popular because of its weight loss benefits. These incredible weight loss properties first made headlines back in 2021 when the drug was featured on Dr. Oz's show, and the topic was, could a diabetes drug cure obesity? After getting the drug approved for type 2 diabetes back in December of 2017, the drug's manufacturer Novo Nordisk noticed that the medication was helping people regulate their appetite and feel full without eating that much food. Seeing the potential for these weight loss medications expanding the market, the manufacturer created a higher dosage product with Ozempic's active ingredient, semaglutide. Because the original dosage of Ozempic was not approved for massive weight loss, this new one was FDA approved and gained the name Wegovy. Although Wegovy didn't reach mass market success right away, 2 years later, its popularity would skyrocket after Tesla CEO Elon Musk tweeted out that the secret to his weight loss success was fasting and Wegovy. Unfortunately, the supply of Wegovy couldn't meet the enormous spike, and that is what caused a huge shortage. As patients flooded into their doctors looking for prescriptions for this new wonder drug, the doctors began to prescribe Ozempic instead. Patients didn't mind, as Ozempic worked for their weight loss just the same, and its $900 pre-insurance cost was much more affordable than the $1,400 pre-insurance cost for Wegovy. As more patients started to experience this drug's weight loss properties, it quickly became a cultural phenomenon, with over 250 million views of videos on TikTok with patients sharing their weight loss experience. While it may truly seem like a miracle weight loss solution, it is crucial to approach Ozempic with a clear understanding of what happens to the body. So let's get into how the medication works. It mimics a hormone called GLP-1 that targets areas in the brain that regulate appetite and food intake, as well as your blood sugar and insulin secretion. Think of it essentially like telling your brain, hey, we're full here. Now, these GLP-1 receptors can be found in many organs throughout the body. The three main organs are the pancreas, where it stimulates the release of insulin, and that in turn leads to absorption of glucose into the tissue, which can then in turn be used for energy or energy storage. This in turn decreases blood glucose levels. The second organ is the brain, where this medication works to reduce appetite and hunger. And you can only imagine, right? If our brain's telling us we're not hungry, we're going to eat less, and thus we perpetuate the weight loss process. Essentially, it leads to a calorie deficit. The third main organ is the GI tract. In the stomach, it actually causes decreased gastric emptying, which makes you feel full faster. Plus, it keeps your blood sugars in check, reducing those spikes that makes you crave more sweets. This not only manages your diabetes, but also affects appetite and weight management. So now that I've outlined some of the benefits of this medication, let's talk about some of the side effects and the potential complications. Some of the risks and side effects include nausea, vomiting, constipation, diarrhea, dehydration, headaches, and acid reflux. One of the more severe risks that can occur with this medication is pancreatitis. You should know that if you take this medication and you develop pancreatitis, you should stop the medication and you should never take it again. It can make you very sick and things might not end well. Now, in the lab doing studies on rats, they also saw an increased incidence in a type of thyroid cancer called medullary thyroid cancer. So if you have any personal history of that yourself or in your family, you should consult your doctor and decide if it's right for you. Since its popularity recently, there have been newer forms of this medication coming out to hopefully circumvent some of these side effects that we've seen. At its core, Ozempic taps into our natural body's systems to control digestion and hunger. But it's not just about feeling less hungry. It's about how it influences your body's response to food and its long-term implications for weight management and health. One of the most talked about effects of Ozempic is its impact on weight loss for those looking to lose those last few stubborn pounds. This is where I have to inject my opinion on this medication so far. I have no issue with Ozempic being used to control blood sugar for type 2 diabetics because that's what it was meant to do. I also have no problem with this medication being used for morbidly obese patients who qualify for it. However, I do personally have a problem with patients who use this medication to lose 2 to 3 or 4 or 5 pounds. I just don't think that that's what it's meant for, and I really don't think that taking it out of circulation for the people who really need it is the right way to go. Now, I've heard some people argue over the past year, well, hey, listen, I have polycystic ovary disease, PCOS, and I have insulin instability, and I have difficulty with controlling my blood sugar. Great, I have no problem with that. We can use metformin. It's a much cheaper medication. We don't need to use this semaglutide medication because other medications that are less expensive work just as good at controlling blood sugar. You have to understand that Ozempic is not FDA approved for weight loss. The dosing for Ozempic is typically between 0.25 milligrams and 2 milligrams, and that is not what was FDA approved for weight loss. And that medication at that dosage costs up to $1,200, even $1,400 a month without insurance. The higher dose FDA-approved Wegovy is a 2.4 milligram shot. And as I mentioned before, this one has been approved for patients who are morbidly obese or overweight patients with one related comorbidity, such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or heart disease. What we have found is that most patients who take it for weight loss will need to stay on the medication in order to maintain weight loss. And at the same time, will need to change their lifestyle, mainly their exercise routine and their meal plan. Furthermore, it is crucial to approach using any GLP-1 agonist, such as Ozempic, Wegovy, or a newer one called Mounjaro, with a clear understanding of what happens to the body, particularly to fat distribution, including the face. As people lose weight rapidly, particularly those who are already somewhat lean, they might notice a change in their facial appearance. We're starting to see over the past year with so many people taking this medication and with the massive weight loss that they're losing fat pads in their face, leading to this more gaunt appearance, and we've come to call this Ozempic face. Now, studies have shown so far that people that take this medication for up to a year have noticed an average of a 14-pound weight loss. But believe it or not, 2 out of 3 people who use this drug actually stop taking it after a year, citing the drug's high cost and the plateau that they experience after reaching a certain body weight. This brings us to an essential discussion in using Ozempic beyond diabetes treatment. While it offers an alternative to major procedures like gastric bypass for weight loss, it raises questions about sustainability. Is this a short-term solution, or are we looking at a lifetime commitment? And that, my friends, is the million-dollar question. Some weight loss specialists would say, in the way that some hypertension patients have to take high blood pressure medication their whole life, morbidly obese patients might need to take one of these medications to help them maintain for life because, let's face it, obesity is a disease. Sustainability and health go hand in hand. Relying solely on a medication like Ozempic for weight loss without addressing underlying lifestyle factors is like building a house on sand. It may stand for a while, but without a solid foundation, it's vulnerable. A balanced approach to health, incorporating physical activity, nutrition, and mental health are key. Medications may play a role in managing certain conditions, but they are part of a broader strategy that includes lifestyle changes. In conclusion, I do think Ozempic has its place in the medical world, offering significant benefits for those with type 2 diabetes and in some cases obesity. However, it's vital to approach it with a comprehensive understanding of its effects, both short-term and long-term. As we navigate these decisions, remember, health is a holistic journey. It's about finding balance, making informed choices, and most importantly, understanding the role of treatments within the larger context of our lives. All right, thank you for joining me today for this in-depth discussion about Ozempic. If this sparked your interest or if you have more questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Together, we can achieve not just weight loss, but a healthier, more vibrant life. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button for more insightful discussions. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.